Hi, welcome to episode. I think this is 60. That's crazy. Uh, if it's not 60, then I'm just a little stupid. But welcome to the welcome to 1.21.8, which is actually just a bug fix update, so it's nothing to worry about. So I want to build a creaking. I've had the resin clumps for a while. I think I got them from the Woodland Mansion, if I remember correctly. So ooh, I just want to farm some. I just want to start making a resin farm because I really want to use resin in my builds. There's a zombie behind me. Well, before that zombie attacks me, I'm gonna hit this creaking. Get some of the sweet. Okay, did you not? Yeah, just keep hitting, keep hitting Mr. Creaking. Oh, keep hitting Mr. Creaking. Come on, man. Thank you. Get out. Oh. Alright. I don't know why it's so laggy. I think I'm running at like... I'm usually at like... from like 8 to maybe 12 frames right now, so it's a little weird. This is not gonna be the permanent. I just needed some resin because I spent like almost the entire day looking for resin. And now I have enough for a second creaking, so we'll probably change this one into the first creaking heart or whatever. I don't have enough. I don't have I have a finite supply of Hill Garden stuff. I just realized, how am I supposed to get this? Can I get this with this? About to find out. Okay, thank God it worked. Alright. I think I just mined some grass behind me. Cool. So I'm gonna name this creaking and build another part later. What we're gonna do today is I'm gonna actually try and get some netherite. Not because I want to upgrade my gear just yet. Well, maybe I'll upgrade like one thing, but I want a netherite block because I need some netherite for my builds. Because I'm an insane person and I'm gonna use netherite blocks in one of my builds, and you cannot stop me. What am I doing? Oh yeah. First, let me just... Oh, actually, you know what? Before I make the new one, I should probably name the old one. But yeah, how's your lives been going, guys? I've been doing my summer classes. I'm on the second half. I don't remember the last time I was recording. I think I was also on my second half, from what I remember. But yeah, so far my second half has been going pretty bad. I won't lie, it's not great. It's not. It's okay. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the first half of summer. I was taking writing classes just to get them over with, and then the second half, I'm doing calculus 2, because I took calculus 1. I almost failed calculus 1, by the way. That sucked. It sucked. It was bad. I didn't like it. TV toilet or whatever you kids say. But you know, it's okay. As long as I pass the class, I think I'll be fine. I'm currently like literally, I had an exam not too long ago and it felt like life or death. I need another glowing item frame. Oh my god, I need more glow squids. You know what? Glow squids low-key underrated. I really like their ambience. I like the usage. And I always need more of them, so I don't even think I have any in here. I think I gotta go to the south bank and get some glow ink sacks. This is great. Wonderful. Heart. Here we go. What was I talking about before? I don't really remember. Oh, you know what? Yeah, my summer classes. I took calculus 1, like, in the spring semester of this year, and that was pretty bad. I almost failed that class, and same thing with this class. You know, it's not great, but it's better than nothing. It's the 23rd. I don't actually know. It's the 23rd. I just checked my clock. Okay. I'll put that there. Did I forget to do something here? No. Why is this all spaced? Wait, okay. Some of these, I gotta redo this. Actually, what is this? Why is there spaces in some and spaces in none? Anyway, this is looking pretty fancy, you know. Like, okay. How old is this? What is the oldest one? Pink Sheep. 2023. Oh my god. Wait. October. Wait. September 20. Oh my gosh, this world's gonna become a year old soon. Or, not a year old. 2 years. Oh my god. I'm getting old. Anyway. It's actually kind of crazy. Like, I was looking through this and I'm like, wow, I remember this. I actually remember this. I remember getting my first pink sheep. Dude, I was like coming back home from like some sort of adventure and I just had to come across a pink sheep. I took a screenshot and I posted it on the post in the YouTube channel, and I killed it after. First goat horn. Probably got it. I don't think I ever got. I've never gotten a goat horn from like a natural goat. It's always through like the loot from the pillager outpost. I think I got that one from a different outpost though, because that one definitely didn't have it. Wow, this conduit goes far. What the hell? But anyway, we are going. What we're gonna do today? We're gonna mine for some netherite. We're gonna. I don't know. It's just mainly gonna be mining for netherite and yapping. But first, I need some supplies. I personally like to do bed mining for this. Should I make a new set of armor just for this? Actually, that might be a good idea. I actually might make it a netherite set too. You know what? Yeah, I'm gonna quickly make a blast protection armor set. This is probably the newest armor set in a long time. So, well, I don't have enough netherite right now, so it's just gonna be diamond for now. So, let me just grab it. Okay, shaper and redstone. Ooh, wait, that's quite nice actually. What about razor? Ooh, how does that look on the pants? Okay. Ooh, I kind of like it like this. We'll do this. I think a new look. What? Oh, yeah, because the world, I had to reset the world. What's host look like? Host look kind of cool. Host looks kind of cool. Ooh, oh! Ooh, wait, hold on. Oh, you know what? Wait, hold on. I'm gonna try the new resin. I haven't tried using resin yet because I just don't have an infinite supply. But now that I have creaking heart, I can use resin as much as I want. Let me just go. I want to test out the resin bricks as a color. Yeah, let's do that. Let's just see. Okay, I want to see how this looks. Okay. Ooh, this is nice. Ooh. Okay, that's cool. I gotta add blast protection. Okay, hold on. Eat the crackle pop armor set. This, I think, looks pretty good. I'm gonna go to the nether now. I'll be right back. It's here. Yikes. Okay. Hi. We're in the nether. Okay, so, did I bring a crafting table? Yes, I did. Okay, so the plan is we're gonna go down out here. If I remember correctly, the sweet spot is 15. At least that was the sweet spot in the nether update. You know what, speaking of the nether update, yesterday me and my friend were just kind of having a conversation about like Minecraft. And it got to like a point where we were like discussing, like, I started discussing about like what I personally believe to be the different eras of Minecraft. If you're wondering, it's from 1 point, or from basically the start to 1.8, I refer to as the golden era, and from 1.9 to I think maybe 12 is what I consider more of like the dark ages of Minecraft. Then from 1.3 1.13 to 1.16 is more of like the Renaissance, like a lot of people call it. Why level am I at? 17. 16 is fine. Anyway. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Renaissance is from 1.16 to 1.13 to 1.16. Personally, why is it not blowing up? Ow. What's that? Fine. And then Caves and Cliffs era is from 1.17 to 1.20, and the modern era is from 1.21 to current day. And that's kind of how I segregate the different eras of Minecraft. Basically, that's my personal belief on the different eras. Basically, and after that, after we like established like the different eras of the game, what we did next was I just realized I could have just died there because I forgot to put the block down. Cool. After we established, we did like a tier list, and both of our tier lists were very different. I believe his was like, it starts with, actually the first one is the Dark Ages, then it goes to the Golden Age, then I think Modern, Caves and Cliffs, and then last is Renaissance. Because what he did, unlike me, is take into account of just like Minecraft as a whole, like not just the games, but like also like the fandom, what the fandom was at during the time, and like he had some pretty good points, because I was just thinking about the game. So my list was from I think the first one was the Golden Age, to the Renaissance, to I think Modern Age, then Caves and Cliffs, and then Dark Ages. Just because, like, from a standpoint, I feel like the worst age for the game is, oh my god, I forgot to bring food. The worst era for the game was personally the Dark Ages in terms of just the game itself. Like, the fandom, I feel like the fandom was, I actually agree with him, because why he put the Dark Ages at the top was because he said that the fandom was probably at its best during the Dark Ages, and I could see why, because like these Dark Ages was kind of where we like, frick. Okay, hold on, let me just not die. Got to switch my. Okay, I'm just gonna stay here for a little bit. Don't mind me. But basically, the Dark Ages is kind of where is kind of the point where you weeded out most of the community, which had like you kind of just weeded out like the non-Minecraft fans, I guess, because like this was the time where if you played Minecraft, you were kind of cringe. And you know what? I kind of agree with that. This was a time where the only people who played Minecraft were the Minecraft players. And it's very interesting to think about. How do you close this? Why can't I close it? Oh, frick, again. I should have brought food. I should have brought food. Do I have any food? No, I don't. Okay, wait, I might actually die. Okay, I'm gonna go up. Anyway, my list, from what I remember, was, or did I already explain this? I think I already talked about this. Anyway, so the reason I personally have Renaissance up so high was because I was just thinking about what the Renaissance era meant to me, and it was a time in my life where I was aggressively into Minecraft. Like, it was really, like, I would wake up early in the morning just to refresh the website on Wednesdays. It's actually insane. But yeah, I really enjoyed that era of Minecraft because that's when I learned about updates, and I was just really into them. Nowadays, I'm kind of casual about it. I don't, they're cool. Can't wait to see the new things, but it doesn't get me as excited as I used to get. Probably because I'm so used to them now. It's just they're just kind of a given to me, is a thing. So, but yeah, nevertheless, they're still very cool. I need to upgrade all of these. And then I placed Dark Ages solo because that was also a time in my life where like I actually wasn't playing Minecraft like almost at all. Like, I rarely played Minecraft. I mostly watched YouTube and was watching like people play other games. Like I remember watching Dan TDM play like Roblox or like more of like the more like mature content creators that if your parents caught you watching it, they would probably beat the crap out of you. Like Laserbeam, PewDiePie, anyone who did the swores, the no good swores, the swore words. There's better times. I don't know. I look back on these ones and I just remember my youth. And then I rate caves and cliffs. Also, I never mentioned this. The reason I call caves and cliffs era the caves and cliffs era because that's pretty much all it was. It was kind of just a caves and cliffs era when you really think about it. Hi. Where's the other one? Stop running. Okay. Yeah, the reason I call it the caves and cliffs era is because that's pretty much all it was. Because after the announcement of caves and cliffs, for what's pretty much the next 4 years, was updates that involved caves and cliffs. Because the first two, 1.17, 1.18, were caves and cliffs part 1 and 2. 1.19, the wild update, had caves. Half of its features was caves and cliffs. And then 1.20, half of its features was also caves and cliffs. Now, I might have to explain myself a little bit more on that. Because, like, if you really think about it, you'd like, think about it and you go, like, huh, that doesn't really make any sense. But, like, if you really think about it, like, half of that update was actually just caves and cliffs. Or, yeah, because archaeology was, like, half of the update. Because, like, okay, think about it. What about that update included or was about archaeology? Now, let's think about the things that weren't. That would be the camel, the cherry blossoms, the bamboo wood, and the raft, I guess. But that's pretty much a part of the wood set, is the thing. So I don't know if I really count that. And then there was also the armor trims, but that's also somewhat. That's like a very. That's like a very like maybe kind of like addition to the thing. Because like there were still armor trims within the trail ruins, and like there was actually a good chunk of the armor trims were actually were like archaeology related loot. Like there's 4 of them that were from the trail ruins, which is an archaeology feature. And like, oh my god, how much lava is under this? And like, that's pretty much all of the things. If I'm remembering correctly, because everything else is somewhat intertwined with archaeology. The sniffer is intertwined with the archaeology in the warm ocean ruins. Archaeology is, well, that's archaeology. The trail ruins structure is archaeology. The new music disc, relic, was only found through archaeology. There was a lot of the new loot involved archaeology, like the sherds. That was all archaeology. So pretty much half of the update was an archaeology update, which is similar to the wild update, which half of the update was the dark update. So like when you truly think about it, like in retrospect, 1.20 was also just another caves and cliffs update, which I personally I don't like to say that, but I you know what? Maybe they were right. Maybe it was actually caves and cliffs part 4. It's just that the reason why I think people don't say that compared to like the wild update as much, at least, is because the main difference here is the second half of the update, which was kind of all over the place, unlike the wild update, which second theme was very specific. It was on the it was on the swamp and everything that came with it. So it felt very secluded. It was very uniform. So it was basically just two. You could basically say it was two features, where one feature was the ancient city in the deep dark, and the other feature was the mangrove swamp and everything that came with it, like the frogs and the mangroves and the mud and all that stuff. And when you think about it like that, it sounds very small because it sounds like just two features with varying degrees of, I guess, features within the feature. Whereas if you look at like Trails and Tales, its features was kind of all over the place, where it was like the cherry blossom biome, the camel, the bamboo set, the armor trims. It kind of felt like there was more features, even though it's still pretty much the same amount as the wild update, just maybe a little bit more. And I think that's why something like Trails and Tales isn't like clowned on as much compared to something like the wild update, just because its features, it feels like it has more features even though it's pretty much the same size. And it's all due to the fact that the features themselves are kind of like not the same. So it feels like you're getting different sets of features compared to the wild update, which only felt like you were getting two sets of features. Plus the LA. I always forget about the LA. But yeah, that's what I think is so interesting about Caves and Cliffs, because in reality, it is just, every single update was pretty much just a Caves and Cliffs update. Even like the bundle, which half of the update was just about the bundle, the second half was actually it depends on if you play Bedrock or Java. If you played on Java, then the entire update was the bundle. On Bedrock, the other half of the update was the hardcore mode, which I think is pretty cool. But I don't know. I mostly don't include that because I don't personally think Trails or Tricky Trials deserves to be a part of the Caves and Cliffs era, because there wasn't like, obviously the chamber itself was within a cave and it used like the Caves and Cliffs blocks, but I feel like it's just such a more themed update, focused update, that its theme isn't really Caves and Cliffs. It's about the trial chambers, which is a major difference between archaeology and the deep dark, because obviously, first of all, it was never mentioned in Caves and Cliffs, so it's immediately just not, you would immediately just not associate it with Caves and Cliffs. Yeah, so basically the trial chamber, since it wasn't revealed at Caves and Cliffs, it kind of had its own identity, and that kind of, I think that helped its impression, because it didn't feel like Caves and Cliffs, because even though it was pretty much, it could have been like a feature in Caves and Cliffs, it just didn't feel like it, because it was never announced in Caves and Cliffs, which I think is such an interesting idea, because like it definitely, if it was shown off in Caves and Cliffs, it definitely would have been like Caves and Cliffs Part 6, because it's also, its entire focus would have been the chambers, which if it was mentioned in Caves and Cliffs, would have just been another Caves and Cliffs. But since it's not, it's pretty much, it feels like its own thing. It's like a structure update instead of a cave update, you know? I don't know if anything I've said so far makes any sense, but I think it's really interesting. But anyway, that's enough yapping about my thoughts about Caves and Cliffs and how I perceived it over time. I personally think it's a pretty decent take on my thoughts on the Caves and Cliffs era of Minecraft. And you know what? Speaking of updates or versions, we have to talk about the new update, the fall drop. We have to talk about the fall drop. I am in love with the fall drop so far. I feel like, okay, in terms of the drops we've gotten so far, I would probably put, okay, bottom would probably be bats and pots, just because it's not bad, it's just probably the most underwhelming update of them all. And that's not a bad thing because it was also just 2 features and it kind of just came out of nowhere. And it was the first like ever showcase of a drop. And then I think after that would probably be Garden Awakens. Don't get me wrong, Garden Awakens is cool. It's just that I don't really... I feel like it was very thematically tight, obviously. But the thing about the theme was that it's a... Since it was secluded to one biome that is actually relatively rare, I've been having like a hard time like getting into it because I haven't even found the biome yet is the thing. So I haven't really explored the Pale Garden to like the fullest, so I don't have much of an opinion on it. But I also think it's just, well, obviously it's gonna always be better than Bats and Pots just because it just had more features and was it's more exciting. Because I feel like the Bats and Pots update, well, it was basically they reworked the pots to be able to fit a stack of items in it, and then they retextured the bat, while the Pale Garden introduced the new biome, which is always exciting. Next, I would probably put the next feature being... Ooh, I'm gonna be honest. I think it's gonna have to be... Ooh. It's gonna have to be Chase the Skies for me. I gotta explain this one. Because, like, it was either gonna be Bundles of Bravery or Chase the Skies. And I think Bundles of Bravery outweighs it just a little bit due to, like, a few factors. The first factor is the focus. Because the focus of Chase the Skies was updating the sky and adding the happy gas. And the focus... Oh my goodness. Oh. And the focus of the Bundles of Bravery was hardcore and updating and the bundle. Finally adding the bundle, which first of all finally finished the Caves and Cliffs update, which is great. But it also added like some really cool things in my opinion. Like the bundle itself is just such a good block. Like if you look in my inventory, I would have 4 bundles, but the red bundle has all my armor fins, so I don't want to die in lava and lose all of that. That would be really bad. But yeah, the bundle I just find a bit more useful than the happy gas. And I even think the hardcore on Bedrock is cool because I play Bedrock. It's just that I don't play it on the channel. And you know what? It's fine. But like, I still play like hardcore on Bedrock quite a bit because I just find it fun. And it's just like a nice little addition to like such a big part of the community. There's also just like problems with the Chase the Skies update. Like one of the main things I can think about is the parity, because there's a vast difference between the Bedrock Chase the Skies and the Java Chase the Skies, which kind of brings it down a little bit for me. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, one of the main things you can probably immediately guess is vibrant visuals. Like one version of the game has it, one version of the game doesn't, which is technically like not great because it kind of segregates people. Because like if you think of it, like if you're a new player and you're like playing Java and you see like this guy has like built-in shaders and you just don't have it, like it's gonna feel a little you're gonna feel like you suck, dude. Whereas compared to like if you were a Bedrock player and you see like all these nice quality of life features like the music toasts, the frequency of the music, like dude, I would also wanna, like, that also sucks too, because like I would love that feature on Bedrock, but I just can't have it, you know? So like damn, I don't know, there's just like a big disparity between the two versions. It's kind of crazy, honestly. There you go. And that's why I personally put Bundles of Bravery over Chase the Skies, because even though there was a kind of like a parity difference between the two, it was actually a good parity difference, because what Bedrock did was add hardcore that Java already had. So instead of like it being like someone has something that the other doesn't, it's now they both have it, which is definitely better in my opinion than two versions are missing features from each other. And like, don't get me wrong, I like the Happy Gas a lot. I think it's one of the better Minecraft mobs that they have designed in a while, for like a lot of playstyles. But I don't know, it just doesn't outweigh the cons of the rest of the update, in my opinion. Ow, I'm on fire. Oh, what the hell? Hi. Okay, after Chase the Skies, or after Bundles of Bravery, it's gonna probably be Spring to Life. I actually really liked how they handled Spring to Life, especially when it came to like building a pipe. I think that's probably the best they've done with the hype so far, because it was pretty much like after like after 2 weeks of a little bit of nothing, it was just constant like teasers and then new stuff like the next day, which I think was probably the best they've done in like kind of like advertising the new update in a long time. Like definitely better than like something like Garden Awakens, because Garden Awakens kind of had like the first snapshot, and then it was a snapshot. The next few snapshots were kind of just like changes, and then the next snapshot that added features was the last one, which, like, don't get me wrong, it's still cool. It's just like it didn't kind of have like the same feel as like Spring to Life. Spring to Life was just like the next week you got like fireflies and the cows, then you got the chickens and the cactus flower, and then you got the new sheep and the villager changes, and it's just like, it was pretty cool. The wanting trainer changes, you know, they just handled it very well in my opinion, which is why I put Spring to Life pretty high, but not as high as the fall drop, because I feel like the only thing that makes the fall drop better than the Spring to Life drop, in my opinion, so far, is the features itself. Because like, while like the way they handled the hype in Spring to Life compared to the fall drop is definitely a lot better right now. The features in the Spring to Life drops, I feel like aren't as good as the fall drops features. Because like, if you compare like what's basically like a retextured, like a good chunk of the update was retextured farm animals, which is okay, but like if like a new mob and like a block that people have wanted for so long, the shelf, I think that definitely is better in my opinion than the retextured animals and like the new plant life, which they add more ambience than gameplay value on like the copper golem, the copper armor, and the shell, which I gotta actually talk about. This is, well, I'm probably gonna post this today, but like they've just released the new snapshot, which has the new shelf and stuff. And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't think that they were gonna do a new content release yet, because they just haven't done it for a while. So I was just assuming they're waiting for Java team to be done with their summer break. But no, they just go ahead and just dropped it on us, and it's kind of crazy, honestly. I wasn't even prepared. I opened, instead of opening like Twitter to like look to see if they dropped anything, I opened YouTube, and that's where I saw it. So like, it was actually a double shock, because I wasn't expecting that at all. That was very cool. But yeah, shelves, dude, I have so many ideas with the shelf. First of all, practical uses. I could use them to just display items. The main thing I'm probably going to use them for is my armory build, which I haven't fully designed yet, but I can tell you that it's going to be pretty awesome with these new shelves. Another thing I can think about is like the usage in just like building in general, because like it looks like a vertical slab, which has very good potential in my opinion. And I've seen people use it for like wall trims, even like casino slots or whatever they're called. Slot machines. I think overall, pretty cool block. I already know how I'm gonna use the copper golem. I'm not gonna tell you that one, because that one involves awesome stuff that I will talk about later. Getting a lot of nether ancient debris. That's what it's called. I almost forgot. I don't actually know how much I need. I just want to complete the armor set and maybe get an extra netherite ingot for just like putting it in the museum. Like, first netherite ingots. How many do I have right now? I have 3. I have 12, I think. Let me just check. Yep, well, so that's 4 pieces. So I actually only need 1 more piece because I have 3 scraps at home. But yeah, the shelves, I know what to do. Copper golem, I have plans. Copper armor, I think I'm just gonna use that for decorative purposes for now because, well, I'm at the point where I'm gonna get netherite armor, so I don't really need to use it quite yet. So, but it's still very cool. I like the way personally, I like copper armor, the way they implemented it, because it feels like it just feels like they're making it easier to help new players play the game, because something I really like to do is watch new players on YouTube play the game for the first time. I always see it as like such an interesting aspect of the game, where like compared to like you who like may have started playing like 10 years ago, I can even say 12 years ago because this game's like 16 years old. I can watch like someone new react to the game like in the latest version, and that's like the game they started with, not like 1.9 or 1.8 or like beta Minecraft or whatever you started on. It's like things like 1.13, 1.17, 1.21, and it's just such an interesting take because there's gonna be differing views on how they view these Minecraft versions. Because like someone like me, when I view like 1.13, I was like, oh yeah, that's a pretty good update. But, like someone who views like 1.13, like when they started, they could view it as like, oh yeah, that's a nostalgic part of my life. And I think it's so cool, personally, that we can have such differing views on the same game, basically. Plug this up. Did I plug it? No, I didn't. Plug it? I plugged it. Okay. I don't remember what I was talking about before. I just went on. I went on a little tangent about my thoughts, but whatever I was talking about, it was probably not important anyway. But yeah, I think it's just so cool that you can just have differing perspectives on what is your classic version of the game just based on when you started playing. That is why I think like Minecraft just being a pretty much forever game is so cool. Well, that's the last piece we needed. I'm gonna go back home, I'm gonna cook some netherite, and I'm going to be epic. I don't know. I'll be right back. Alright, we're back. I have all of this stuff, so first things first, I'm gonna make a netherite ingot. This is our first netherite ingot. Oh my god, I'm lagging. Go. Well, this, and then I can make the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, that's only 3. Ah, it's fine. We only have 3 maxed out anyway, so I guess we might as well do it. Alright. Okay, let's see how this looks first of all. Not bad. Well, this one. Ooh, nice. And then this one. Awesome. Okay. It is a little strange how there's one that is just not. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, that's fresh. Okay. Anyway, let's name this one first netherite ingot. Oh god, I have to make another item frame. You know what? I'll do it in between the next episode. I don't think I ever did talk about what I did in between episodes, huh? I should probably explain myself. What did Build 259 do during those like 3 weeks of nothingness? It better be good. This playthrough, it sucks booty cheeks. Oh, there's another ingot. Oh, it's a little. Fix that. There you go. Take this. Well, basically what I did, I worked on the world pretty much. Can I fit one more? 2, 3. Yes, I can. First, netherite ingot. And it's the same day, 23rd, 2025. And you know what? While I'm here, let's fix some of this. Hold on. Should be there we go. But basically, just a little thing. I've just worked on the world. I mainly worked on the market street, which is the railroad over here. Oh my, why is it so laggy? The railroad over here, and I've been using. Oh shoot, I didn't even show you guys. I only showed you guys in a post. Yeah, you see that guy over there? Oh, hold on. That's Craig. That's our happy gas. I found another happy gas, and this is basically what I did. I found Craig. I raised him up, and now he's here. He usually isn't here. He's usually over there, up there near the post over here. But so far, this is what I have. It's not finished. It's nowhere near finished. Like there's still some spots like this needs an entrance, and then there's like little entrances over here. Ooh, nice. But yeah, overall, pretty good episode. I'm going to read the tip of the day, and then I'm gonna end it. So. There's a lot of yapping. A lot of things I had to say today. I don't know. It's very cool. Hi, okay, so tip of the day for actually episode 57. I was extremely wrong. This is not episode 60. But anyway. Oh, I have to go. Hold on. Hold there. Episode 57 tip of the day. Bed mining is a great and cheap way to mine for ancient debris. A clear space similar to TNT is cheap and easy to make and lights up the room to let you see better. This is why, okay, this is just kind of my explanation on why I use bed mining rather than TNT mining, even though I could definitely do TNT mining. I just find it better. I don't know, it's cheap. It's just cheaper to make. It pretty much does the same thing as TNT, and on the plus side, it also helps light up the room with all the fire on the netherrack, which helps me see better because I don't play with like the gamma off or whatever people do that make Minecraft like super bright all the time. So it's sometimes it's hard to see, especially when I tried TNT mining, I couldn't see anything. So that's why I prefer bed mining. Plus I have so much wool, I can just keep using it, you know. But anyway, that's gonna be it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. We kind of got our goal done. We're still missing the boots. I might just go mine off camera just to get the boots for the thumbnail. So if you see the thumbnail has netherite boots, it's because I mined a little bit more for more netherite. But yeah, I really enjoyed today's episode. I just love talking today. It's just something I felt like doing. I just really wanted to talk. There wasn't really much of a plan today besides talking, which is also why I did the thing like the creaking and the netherite mining. But next time I'm probably gonna be finished with the market street over here, as well as I want to start interiorizing some more builds. Like over there, the all blue, I have not worked on it since I finished the exterior, so I really want to get to it. With the crab claw, oh, I'm looking forward to when they finally add the crab eventually. It could take a few years. It could be next year. Who knows? The drop system is very unpredictable. But yeah, I'm probably gonna do some all blue filling up. I'll probably go off camera, use my happy gas to go to like a coral reef biome and get like tropical fish to put into the tanks. As maybe if I find a trail, ocean ruin, I might get a sniffer. That'd be cool. I'll work more on the bamboo village over there. I'll get more diamonds. Since these videos take super long to come out nowadays because I just don't have the time, I'm just gonna try to get as much progress done on these as possible. I'll probably work on Safe and Sound and Binks Brew over there. I'll probably finally finish Binks Brew. Because like exterior wise it's finished. Interior wise it's missing like everything. Oh, you know what? The shelves can go into Safe and Sound. Wait, hold on. Yeah, we can have like shelves. Ooh, wait, hold on. Ooh, okay. Yeah, okay. I know another place I'm gonna put the shelves now. That's awesome. Okay. But yeah, next episode we'll probably just be working on interior designs of whatever I'm doing at the time. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like and subscribe. If you liked my little insightful yap about nothing, you should come back. I post eventually, and I do this for fun. So I don't know. Anyway, that's it. Bye bye.